Hello, 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 guys. We are back with a new game. Just let me reduce this sound first, or else I can't speak. Damn, still loud. Okay, so we are back with a game which is called PARANORMASIGHT, the Mermaid's Curse, and it says it's a RPG, it's a mystery solver, it's a adventure game, and lot of things. I have no idea how it is, but I heard a lot of good things about it, and I saw the trailer and I thought to myself, this game speaks to me, right? So that is why I am here, and I will stream this game and try to finish this game and not suck, because there's some problem solving which I really suck in. So that's the thing, and everything is all right. I don't have anything to vibrate on. Oh my god, every time I press audio, ambient volume, let's do it 8. Let's give the FX6 volume 9, screen resolution, controls. Okay. Okay. And there's nothing much to do here, like very simple controls. So I think I can deal with it and not die continuously, or I may die with that as well. Okay, anyways, let's see. Let's start the game. Hello. My apologies for the wait. Welcome. How wonderful it is to see you again. I am the storyteller, your guide to the world of PARANORMASIGHT. Okay. Now then, I understand you might be keen to dive into our story. But there are some important matters I must address first. So please bear with me a while longer. Okay. First, this game uses autosave. Okay. The first thing you should not tell me it's a game, right? There is like this suspension of disbelief here. Okay. This game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Okay. So will it show when it's auto-saving? Next, please look at the upper right screen. This is the menu button. Okay. From here you can check the text log, view files, adjust your settings for auto mode. Okay. You can also adjust the volume of and other game settings. We already did that. If you find that certain effects make the text difficult to read, you may turn them off. Okay. I recommend you check the brightness controls and other settings now before continuing. We did that, right? Options. Brightness is good enough. Yeah. I think everything is good enough. Language can't be changed anymore. So back. Okay. Okay, we did it. Open update pages. Oh, we got new updates. New. Okay, how to play. Okay. Nice. Now let us go over the basic controls. Okay. When the game is in your control, you may drag the screen to look at your surroundings. You will once again be able to move after this, so try look behind you before turning back to me. Okay, this is how it is. So this is behind my ass, and this is. Now you may also select the face of an individual in front of you to talk to them. Okay, so I will talk to him. Bravo, fine display. I am expert of this game, right? Okay, there are times when you will be presented with options such as these. What is this place? Do not fear, you will come to know where we are eventually. Okay, once you have seen everything an option has to offer, check mark will appear next to it, like so. Okay, much good. I will not if I forget which I selected again. Who am I? Oh, so you've forgotten who you are, have you? But there's no need to be concerned. It is for that reason that I am here to guide you after all. You may be confused at first, but if you continuing through the story, you should allow you to remember your true objective. Okay, this is all for explanation of the basic controls. I will explain the essential functions when time is right. Yes, there is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. What's that? As you may know, I previously served as the guide to a different tale in the world. Okay, I didn't play that game, so I am not. Oh, how very strange. I could have sworn that we had made before, but it seems I was mistaken. Don't be passive aggressive with me, man. I didn't know about that game. I came to know about this game. So what can I do? Given my position, this may seem awfully impertinent for me, but if at all possible, I recommend you explain a tale of seven before this one. Bro, what? You want me to play another game? I brought this game and you want me to play another game before that? Then why don't you just sell those games together, man? Of course, and as the two tales are not directly related, you will be able to enjoy the story. Then why did you recommend? You're selling me another game before you start this game, bro. What? You may simply find there is one less surprise in store. One less surprise in your store for you is all. Okay. So somebody from the first game comes or something like that. Okay, I understand. Well, I believe I kept you waiting long enough. Yeah. The tale you are about to experience concerns a number of legends passed down in Ice Bay. Okay, a stretch of sea bordering the Mie Prefecture. So is it in Japan? It's Ise Bay, right? Then if it is Japanese, it's Ise Bay and it's Mie Prefecture. Generally, Japanese people only use this prefecture thing because everywhere else it's district or something, but in Japan they have like fascination with using the word prefecture. Specificate those legends involving mermaids. Okay. Yes, a subtle subtitle suggests our subject this time is widely familiar. Mermaid. Okay. Since ancient time, a great many legends about mermaids have been passed down in countries all around the world. In Japan, many of these legends famously include the idea that eating their flesh grants immortality. Oh great, this is another type. I thought only the men want to fuck them, that's all. Like fishermen want to fuck fish, they thought of mermaid. But this is something else. This is more more bizarre, if you want, if you understand what I mean. The tale of Yao Bikuni, which continues to be told in such places as Wakasa province, modern day Fukui prefecture, is perhaps the most well known. Okay. These legends have spurred those with yearning for immortality to seek out mermaids since ancient times. Of course, as I just mentioned, these are the only ones of many legends concerning mermaids that exist across the globe. Indeed, many have sought out mermaids simply due to the fascination with their statues are rare and mystical beings. Okay. They also served as the inspiration of countless creative and artistic works throughout the ages. Yeah, we know there is a lion mermaid in Singapore, I think. That's the most well-known mermaid statue I know. There may be more, I don't know. It would seem the mermaid possesses a mysterious charm that has captivated humans' heart for myriad reasons, irrespective of era or culture. Isn't it fascinating, guys, that all the cultures which were not even shared their lineage or heritage, especially Japan, which was famously not connected with the world, they had the same, like, obviously the visual was different, but they had the same mermaid story. Like the idea of mermaid as somebody in Europe or somebody in America, maybe not America. Americans are not true people. Like, they were, I don't know about the Native Americans, but the most Americans we know are people from Europe. So they brought the culture with them. I don't know if there's any mermaid myths in Africa. Obviously not in the middle of Africa, but somewhere in the sides there should be some mysteries. But there is a lot of European lore about mermaids, right? And Europe and Japan never really connected until the late 1800s, and these stories are far behind that. So I think there is a lot of mysteries, that why do they have the same type of things. Like, even unicorns are very is mentioned in all over the world, but nobody has seen it, right? It would seem the mermaid possesses mysterious charm. Okay, read that. Okay, so we are here near prefecture. Wow, you can learn about Mie prefecture. Nice. It's famous for pearl, ice, ise lobsters, abalone, turbot shells, oysters and other marine products, ise udon, matsusaka beef and many more. Okay, can we eat all those things? Isebe is this one. Okay, so in this small area inside this is the Isebe, Cape Irago and Cape Dio. Okay, and mermaids, and this is a fucking scary mermaid, man. It's the best part of the mermaids are not there, the tits. This mermaid is still okay, but oh my god. And this is the European ones, I think. Yeah, see, this is not a Japanese name, so yeah. Okay, done. Yes, the files added just now should provide a general overview of terms that came up with a conversation. It seems that you are already taken a look but I do recommend reading them if you have the chance. They may allow you to enjoy the story even more. Okay. The words highlighted in pale blue usually indicate that they are rated to entry in our files. Okay. Now then, allow me to introduce the primary setting of this tale. The majority of the story takes place on Kameshima, an isolated island in the waters of the Isebe. Okay. Oh, there is another small island here. Ooh. An island between the Atsumi and Shima Peninsula. So this may be Atsumi and this is Shima, because this is the peninsula, right? This one? Who knows? It has an area of approximately 0.7 square kilometers, nothing, and a population of 900. The island's name comes from the turtle-like shape. Yeah, it does look like a turtle. Yep, that it does look like a turtle. The kame meaning turtle in Japanese. We all know, because we all know the school of kame, right? From Dragon Ball Z. And famous for its karst length. I don't know what's the word meaning karst. What is karst? Not. Distinctive landscape formed by dissolution of soluble bedrock. Oh my god, that's a scientific thing. Anything that looks like this, guys, like what you see in high fantasy. Yeah, I'll bring it back a little more. My camera can't focus. So that's the thing. Recently the island's youth organization has been leading a revitalization effort to boost the local economy and strengthen the community, creating an island logo and mascot character, Kameshimaru. Kameshimaru. Is it also related to a turtle, which is expected to bring more people to the area? Okay. Yeah, Japan is very serious about their mascots. They have fucking mascot competition and everything. It's a big thing over there. And you know what's the biggest mascot of Japan? Raccoon. It's the guy who isekai everyone. Okay, let's go. You will experience the events through the eyes of the young resident of the island one, Yuza Minakuchi. Okay, so my name is Yuza Minakuchi. Hello, Yuza Minakuchi here. Doesn't seem right. If nothing else, please remember that. Well, I believe this ends my initial explanation. So my name is Yuza Minakuchi. I can forget everything else, but I have to remember that. Okay, I believe that in my initial explanation, bon voyage, and to enjoy the tale. Okay, let's go, guys. Our tutorial is over. Finally. The story is a work of fiction based on existing location and legends. Please note that one of the locations that appears in this game, Kameshima. What? I could not read. What? Did you come to me or did I go to you? I cannot recall whether it was a dream or reality. I cannot recall if I was asleep or awake. Kari no Sekai. Okay. 1980s. Okay. So the story is in 1980s. So there is no mobile phones, only radio. TV is not good enough. Right, this should do it. Okay, what did they say over here? Uh, oh, that didn't come here, man. What the hell? They're saying something about the island. Uh, Azami, right? They should do it. All good to go, user. Yep, yep, ready can be. I feel so light. I bet it could even outswim. You could even outswim a shark. Okay. No more than I was born for this moment. The legend of Kamashima's patron saint of diving begins today. Okay. Yuza Minakuchi, that's me. Kamashima youth. Male, 18 years old, for obvious matters. Apprentice Ema diver. What's Ema diver? Who knows? A young born and raised in Kamashima, although generally quiet and serious, he has an eccentric side that often sees him make jokes and wisecrack with a straight face, catching whoever talking to off guard. Okay, I like this guy already. After losing his parents in a large-scale maritime accident 5 years ago, what? He was raised by his grandmother, veteran MR driver Suyu Minakuchi. Okay, he briefly found work at the seafood processing plant in Toba after graduating high school earlier in the year, but often hearing that Suyu had injured her leg, forcing her to retire from diving and causing difficulties in her daily life, he quit his job after only 3 months and returned to Kamishima. Okay, at present, he is carrying the Suyu while looking for work on Kamishima, and he recently made a decision to follow the Suyu's footsteps and become an AMA diver himself. What's an AMA diver? Although he has been unable to bring himself to enter the sea since the disaster 5 years ago, he's hoping that his previous aptitude for swimming will lend itself to a natural talent for Ima diving. His current diving ranking is 1. Okay, obviously. Quite introverted as a child, he began to show more animated side upon befriending Azami Kumoi, a boy his same age, and eventually became a common sight to see them getting up to mischief together. Yeah, boys will be boys. Although the maritime disaster 5 years ago saw a drastic shift in the way the most Kameshima inhabitants treated Yuza, Yamaji alone continued to treat him the same. Even now, it is not uncommon for Azami to find himself caught up in Yuza's eccentric exploits, but he's always quick to laugh and follow his lead. Okay. Whoa, that sounds pretty impressive. But this is your first time diving out in the bay, so don't push yourself too hard, alright? So we are playing Dave the Diver again. Look at Azami, man. Look at him. He has that dead look, you know? That look that I don't have. Yeah, I know. It's the first time, but somehow I'm brimming with confidence. I just know I can land a massive haul if I try. Okay. Well, I'm glad to see you're raring to go, but make sure you don't go too far from the boat at first. Okay, best friend, Azami Kumoi. Okay. He is 19 years old. Bro is 1 year older than me. Okay, I can't read every character. The main character was important. And if there's a girl, I will read. No need to worry, Azami. You just focus on getting the grill ready. We are having a feast tonight. Okay. Haha, I hold you to that. Okay. Alright. Diving minigame will now commence. Follow the instruction to get used to the controls, then press dive when you are ready. Okay. My swimming, everything is one. Okay. Dive. Ooh. Begin. M- Move mouse to look around. Left click to perform action. Uh, okay. Area where the sea creatures are located will be marked with begin by looking around to try locating potential catches. So I can swim over here. What's this? Harvest. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Oxygen will decrease when diving. Be sure to go back to the boat before it runs out. You can return to the boat anytime by turning to your viewpoint towards return to the boat. Your remaining oxygen will continue to decrease on the way back, so don't wait until it's too late. Okay, okay. And I died. And I died, bro. The first thing I do, I did. Okay, okay. Uh, okay, let me turn. What? It's dying so easy in this game. Okay. What is this? What is this? We can't even take two. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I need more diving. No. Looks like you all warmed out. Let's go out a bit further so we can look for something bigger. Yeah. The biggest catch you can get at the time of this year is probably abalone. Snagging just one of this something. What does this fucking thing looks like? Remember, the sea creatures are living things. They will change places every time you dive, so be careful. So it's like Dave the Diver again. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, this is the Emma diver. The best term, most written in the character meaning sea and woman. So I am a sea diver or a woman diver. Generally refers to a woman who free dive for selfies. Okay, okay, that's the meaning of Emma diver. Okay. Toba and Shima regions are known for having the highest number of Emma divers. These regions also exhibit customs unique to this area, such as practice of carrying objects with the Simon and Doman symbols to ward off misfortune. Okay. Although Ema is sometimes written with characters meaning sea and man, when the diver is male, this game uses only traditional character sea and woman. When the language is set to Japanese. Okay. I can't read Japanese, so I'm stuck with the English one. Now you would like to master everything all at once. We can take off whenever you're ready. Okay. So dive. So this is not a tutorial anymore. What's this? Okay. Okay. And then we should go up. See? Rank up. Nice. Now we can dive again. And this time we'll go here. And let's go up. I'm not gonna risk it. Not gonna risk it. Okay. Let's go down. Ooh, what's there? Something golden. Oh, it's a boy, man. It's coming up. What the hell is that? Oh my god, why doesn't it have eyes? No, get away from me. Did I just die? Why everybody is dead, man? What the fuck? Die failed? I was here, right? Okay. I will fall down there. Okay. What the fuck happened? Let's return. So is there a limit to how much I have to dive? Okay, this happened. I was not dreaming it, right? It happened and we reset back. Let's dive again. go up. And now we can okay, so we let's stop diving. I think we collected enough for today. Will you say it right? Let's leave at that for today. Good work out there, user. You managed to get fair bit of diving in, huh? I bet you feel you don't got a better grasp of things now. And for sure, I feel like my diver rank gone up at least a bit too. So do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes? What is this question? Nope, I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I am the same old user I have always been. Guess we were a bit off the mark, huh? So what do you wanna do now? Should we call it a day? Talk about the whole Azami. Hmm. Before we head back, can we talk for a bit? Sure. What's up? What's with his lips, man? What's up? What's this ocean? Pink. See for what happened. I couldn't tell Azami. Should I turn around? Childhood is where I was born and raised. A fishing boat. The Sainun Maru belongs to the Azami family. I don't have a boat of my own, so Azami is kind enough to bring out. It used to belong to his dad, so it's getting on in years, but he takes good care of it. It seems he's hoping to keep using it for years to come. Okay, we got ocean near the entrance of Ise Bay. As such, there is strict regulation on both times and place ama diving is allowed. Okay, we got everything done. What's this? Fishing boat. We did the fishing boat, and this is the ocean. Nothing else to see, and we have my best friend. I have known him since we were both kids growing up in Kameshima. When I told him I wanted to become an ama diver, he was quick to offer his full support. Now what? What am I still struggling with? Son? What is that? Oh, good eye user. You must have knack for finding mockingbirds. Mockingbird is supposed to be a bird? Yep, it's those famous bird stickers. No one knows who made them, but they show up everywhere. They're pretty unique, and they're just something about the idea of birds dressed up as delinquents. It's weirdly charming. Okay. I was really surprised to find it on my board, but decided to leave it to commemorate the occasion, I guess. By the way, this is Mockingbird number 8, tit for tat. He's a long-tailed tit. Okay. Don't you know of any? Why don't you take note of any you find? Maybe they will bring you good luck. Okay, I guess there is more than this to these mockingbirds than I thought. Okay. Oh, okay. There are so many. So there are 20s. Okay, I see. And is there anything else I'm missing I can spot? I did everything right. Why is the ocean a bit like this way here? Everything is tick marked. Nope. What should I do now? Look up. Okay, so when I was diving just now, oh my god, I had to click his fucking face. I'm looking everywhere. A giant hole in the seabed you never heard of before. Yeah, the rocks around it look like they're only recently collapsed. So I think it's probably opened up within the last few months or so. And now that you mention it, there was a pretty big earthquake around here 3 months ago. Maybe that had something to do with it. Yeah, Japan earthquakes, like there is nothing like more iconic duo, right? Oh, that's right. That would have been before I got back. Anyways, if you saw a giant hole on the seaboard, you would be curious about it, right? I sure would. Curious enough to try to take a look inside. That would be pretty dangerous, but I guess I might, yeah. Right, so I went closer to try and get a better look. Better look. And did you see anything? Well, when I looked down in the hole, a ghost or something that looked just like me suddenly rose up from the depths. A ghost that looked like you. It swam towards me with hand outstretched. It looked like it was trying to hand something to me, or maybe it was trying to tell me something. Man, what did you do then? Did you take his hand? I did. I felt like I couldn't resist somehow. I guess even the patron saint of diving does foolish things sometimes. The only thing I was a patron of was carelessness and a lack of proper vigilance. It sounds like there wasn't much you could do about it though. Hey, Yuza. That thing you ran into, did you think it could have been my god, what's this? How do I pronounce it? Tomokazuki? 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 What's Tomokazuki? You never heard of it? Well, I guess if not even all the folks around here know about it either. It does sound familiar though. The Tomokazuki is a sort of ghost story around this part. Okay. The story goes that sometimes when diving, an Aima diver will come across another version of themselves, an exact copy. That other version of them will be holding out something they want, like an abalone. Something they want. And when the diver reaches for it, the Tomokazuki grabs them and drags them to the bottom of the sea. Whoa, that's scary. But wait, the Tomokazuki I saw wasn't holding anything. It wasn't? Well, that's different. Maybe it forgot it at home or something. At home, huh? The abalone? Yeah, the abalone. Make it. Maybe it left it at home. Huh? Maybe Tomokazuki is more careless than the legends let on. You're pretty forgetful though. So maybe it became such a perfect coffee that it imitated the aspect of you as well. Man, friends be like that. Oh, that damn Tomokazuki. It knows my every weakness. Now that you mention it, though, I think I do remember that story from when I was younger. Okay. I guess the fact that I forgot the story really proves how forgetful I am, huh? No worries, it was a while ago, you know. Okay. What happened afterwards? So, did anything happen to you? Took its hand. I don't really remember. When I came to, I was back outside the hole. I thought maybe I blacked out due to lack of oxygen and I had seen some sort of hallucination. Yeah, I also was a bit confused. I see. Yeah, I guess that's possible. But if that's the case, that means I stopped you just to talk up. I stopped you just to talk about some hallucination I saw, and that would be super embarrassing. Hmm. Some people say that Tomakazuki legends might have come about because the divers seeing things when they ran out of air. But hey, it's not a big deal. Even it was a hallucination, the most important thing is that you were safe. Still, I can't help but wonder about the hole suddenly appearing like that. It's pretty weird. By the way, you know those symbols on your diving gear? Uh, the Star of David and this thing? Okay, what about them? Uh, yep. Okay, Seaman and Doman. The Ama drivers around here all have the because somewhere on their outfits. So was your mom's this this was your mom's gear, so I didn't know. People say these symbols work as a charm to protect divers from Tomakazuki. Okay, interesting. By but I ran into a Tomakazuki right now. Wouldn't that mean the charm didn't work? Maybe, but it could be thanks to the charm that you made it back safely. The sea is a dangerous place even without Tomakazuki around. Things could have been worse without the charm to protect you. I see. So without this charm, I really would have been attacked by a shark. Glad I had it then. Seriously, a shark would have been no laughing matter. So these guys are laughing. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. We're learning about some culture here. So now what? My apologies for the interruption. He's back. I would like to take this chance to inform you about a unique ability of yours, the recollection feature. To make things clear, I must first tell you about the story chart. From here on, you will return to the screen of the story chart at breaks in the story. You see, the story you will witness will not necessarily unfold in chronological order. Okay, the screen will allow you to see where each chapter lies in the grand scheme of things, as well as select where you wish to proceed to next. If the icon for the chapter is not dim, that indicates it has not been fully completed. Okay. Generally speaking, completing a chapter will unlock the chapter immediately after it. However, there will occasionally be times when recollection button will appear during the story as you experienced just now. Pressing this button will allow you to delve into the memory, evoke certain words in the text, which will turn the which will in turn unlock a new chapter, a past recollection chapter for the experienced and most remarkable ability, is it not? Once you have unlocked such a chapter, it will become available in a story chart for you to pursue as you wish. Peruse as you wish, okay. This ability will keep in unraveling a tale before you, so do be sure to press the recollection button when you see it comes up. With that, please enjoy the continuation of the tale. Could your mom have been a murderer because she wanted to find the Tomokazuki? But she would have worn something with this charm on it if that were true, right? Good point. Okay, so this is not the thing. I'm serious, don't pull this off. Something terrible going to happen. I believe you go tell me everything. Okay. So this is something I want to do. Okay. If you say you wanna be a Ama driver, then of course you got my full support. But something tells me you're not just doing this for Suyu. People are bound to talk if you become an Emma diver here. You must have some other reason, one big enough to risk everyone running their mouth. I knew I couldn't hide anything from you, Azami. Hey, wouldn't take even 0.2 seconds to see through one of your lies. So what's up? Tell me everything. These are the ruins of an old wartime building, the Kanteki show. The building's been abandoned, so hardly anyone ever comes here, which makes this place a perfect point of meetings. Okay. Okay, so this was a World War II army, what you call test firing range. Okay. And anything else? Anything else? Is there any bird or something? They said there was some bird collection over here, right? I don't see any bird collection. Why can't I look down? Nothing's here. Nothing is here. I will turn mad looking for that bird now. This is what happens when you give a collectible to me. My ADHD is fucking all over the place. Okay, let's talk to him. Yeah, Azami, what I am about to say is going to sound pretty crazy. You still want to hear it? Say or bring it on. Sure, bring it on. Okay. Thanks. I will come right out and say it then. I'm looking for a mermaid and I need to find one by tomorrow. What the hell? Oh, a mermaid, huh? By tomorrow at that? That's gonna be tough. I am being serious. In fact, I have never been more serious. I really do have to find a mermaid by tomorrow. Why do you want a mermaid by tomorrow, man? I can tell you are not joking by the look on your face, but you're gonna got some sort of reason for saying this, right? Go on, I am listening. Thanks, Azami. Um, is it okay if I talk a little bit about disaster 5 years ago? Ah, disaster, huh? If you're okay with it, sure. I was in middle school at the time, and my parents have taken me out into the bay on a little fishing boat. This massive storm came out of nowhere and sank all three fishing boats that got caught up in it. I was the only one who survived. Yeah, it was really terrible. Localized storm, Bokna Sea, a combination of 5 years ago, resulting in below overview. He was the sole survivor. Okay, Azami's father died and my mother and father died. Of course, in the sea reported here eerie rumblings from the sea on the morning of this. Medium size fishing boat. Okay. Okay, because he was the sole survivor, everybody was like having survivor's guilt, and survivor's guilt is the person who survives has. Everybody were having a way to blame him because he was like this happened. I remember there was an aircraft. There was last year, I think. Yeah, last year there was a plane crash in India, and everybody except one guy who walked out of that plane crash and he survived. And when I went online, I saw people were hating on that guy because why he survived when so many people died. So this happens a lot. This is a common thing. It may look weird, but it actually happens. People are weird that way. Uh-huh. So what about the disaster did you want to talk about? I recently started to remember some things about what happened. For real? I know your memories of disaster were kind of hazy due to the shock. But it's great that you're starting to remember. Oh, but I guess it's not exactly something you want to remember, huh? Sorry for getting all fired up. Bro, your father even died in it, right? It's okay. I actually hasn't bothered me as much as I thought it would. Thanks for the worrying about me, bro. It was just the things I remember a bit strange, so I couldn't bring myself to say anything. Sorry to keeping quiet up to now. Strange, huh? Well, I can see why you wouldn't keep it to yourself. All things considered, don't sweat it. So about the accident. When we ran into a storm, our boat had got caught into a whirlpool and started to sink. My parents gave me a life buoy and lowered me into the water. They were frantic and I was not do anything but to go along with what was happening. I can imagine that must have been really scary. The waves were knocking me around, so it took everything I had to just hold up the buoy. My god, this This audio is so. Audio is just so too much. I can't listen to myself itself. Uh, at the end, I just watched as the boat was swallowed by the water. I could not do anything else. There wasn't anything you could have done. It wasn't your fault, Riza. But right after that, a huge wave came crashing down on me, and I got dragged down to the depths of the sea like a life buoy and all. You got pulled under? But I thought, yeah, but until now I thought I managed to miraculously stay afloat until I got rescued. But I remember now I was pulled down underneath the waves. I remember being caught in a current and tossed all about underwater. I couldn't breathe. I was sure I was going to die there. But then someone grabbed my hand. Wait, are you saying that what I think you are saying? Yeah, I was barely conscious by the part point, so it's not like I saw them clearly or anything. But I am certain that someone was there with me. Someone who grabbed hold of me and pulled me to safety. And from what I remember, you're saying there was a mermaid? Exactly. Oh, the mystery deepens. So you're saved by a mermaid. I'm sure of it, and it looked exactly like what first comes to mind when you hear about the word mermaid. A real mermaid, huh? But it was a really extreme situation, so it's entirely possible I was seeing things. Which would mean I called you out here just to talk about some hallucination I had, and if that's the case, I'm going to be super embarrassed. Oh, that is why that was the time I got the remembered something. I mean, you're standing here talking to me now, right? So you must have gotten out of that situation somehow. And I can't imagine any normal person being able to stay afloat in a storm like that, let alone managing to save someone. Same, you would you would have to be some sort of superhuman or something, or not human at all. Hmm, man, who would have guessed that there was mermaids in Ise? If I really was saved by a mermaid, I owe them my life. I would like to thank them in person if possible. Makes sense. So that's why you be looking for them, right? Well, if we manage to find them, I have got to thank them for saving you too. Well, I am not sure about this thank you business, but I think Yuze is looking for his waifu. So I was thinking of heading to where the disaster happened and diving there to see if I can find anything. Wait, are you sure you almost died there? I'll be fine. In fact, since I have never gone near there since the disaster happened, I was also thinking I would like to do something to honor my parents and your dad's memory. Yeah, I like to at least offer flowers in if nothing else. The others have gone the others have always kept the distance. But it's not like going there, is forbidden or anything. Let's do it. Thanks, Azami. I owe you one. Okay. Why they keep giving me this surrounding? Am I really missing that word or something? Is my eyes that bad that I can't spot that bird photo from here? Okay. There are no guarantees the moment will still be around there, right? I'm thinking it's good to have more of a lead before we head out there. Hmm. About that, do you mind if I say something crazy? Again? Sure, what's up? You remember my mom, right? Of course, my Mrs. I remember Mr. Mare, Mrs. Mare. Well, she wasn't originally from Kameshima, but she met my dad when she moved here and ended up marrying him. But even to me, she never seemed to really fit in here. Well, I can't really disagree there. She never spoke too much either. Some people even outright told me not to talk to her. She was suspicious because we didn't know anything about her, stuff like that. I guess that's understandable. She didn't really involve herself in the community activities and almost never participated in local events. It felt like she was always keeping her distance from other islanders. Somehow, 20 years here, and she was still considered an outsider. Yeah, I never knew how to bring it up to you, but it's always kind of wondered. Was there some sort of reason for that? Not as far as I know. Dad and Gran never seemed to mind, so I figured that's just how she was. But looking back at things now, it was pretty weird. Hmm. People have accused her for somehow doing this. Oh, great. That's just it. I guess even though she was a bit of an oddball at times. You say that, but I think you're getting to be pretty similar to her. What, really? Yep, that's what I am saying. Marching to the beat of your own drum. You're both like that. Really? I never realized. I have been so blind. A blind fool. Yep, there it is. That's what I am talking about. But why do you bring your mom all of a sudden? Well, looking back now, there were a few things that always bothered me. Oh, for a start, no one ever told me where my mom was from. She was also a natural at Aima diving, but I never saw her eat any seafood. And sometimes at night, she'd suddenly say she wanted to go look at the sea before going out and not coming back for hours. What the fuck? Your mom was a mermaid in disguise? Huh, I guess that's all pretty weird, yeah? That's not all. When I was sorting through my mom's belongings, I found this. I usually keep it in the family altar, but I brought it along today to show you. What is that? A fish scale? It's huge. It's got to be at least 7 or 8 centimeters long. It's always just figured she held on to it because it was a rare find. But once I remembered the mermaid, I began to wonder that fish, what fish could this scale have come from? And why was my mom holding on to it? Whoa, hold it right there. You're not saying I am. The mermaid who rescued me back then was my mom? What do you think? I don't know. It's pretty out there. Could have been. Could that even be possible? So your theory is your mom used to be a mermaid, but she became a human so she could live among us? Yeah, but then she turned back to a moment when disaster happened and wasn't able to come back afterwards. How does that sound? I don't know. But after hearing your story, I can't just dismiss it out of hand either. It's really, if that's really the case, and my mom really is still out there in the sea somewhere, even in a different form, I was thinking it would be nice if we could see her again. It might be because they're still treated as missing instead of dead, but it still hasn't really sunk in that my parents are gone. I know what you mean. Sometimes it feels like my pops is just going to show up at home again like nothing ever happened. Though even if your mom's alive, I guess I would be hard for her to show up if she's back in her mermaid form now. If my mom really does have some sort of connection to the mermaids, then maybe that was a reason she never really fit in here. It might help clear up any mistaken impression that others have of her anyway. I see. So you think they are trying out armor diving like your mom did? You might be able to find something out. And maybe if you're lucky, you will be run into a moment in the process. Yeah. And if I really am descended from a moment somehow, it's possible that diving might awaken something in me. Oh right, I had thought of that. Guess if your legs suddenly become fins, well, no, for we will